February the 14th here in Georgia, and it's time for me to sow my tomatoes and peppers. I always start them indoors rather than buying them. It's time to do that, and I thought I would, rather than just planting them, I'd show kind of the whole process, everything that I did. I've got a tub here. This is just some hardware cloth, some fairly fine hardware cloth, in a box that I made. And this is whatever garden soil I've got, or potting soil. I think I bought this bag. This is Stay Green brand. I think I bought it for $5 a bag or something on sale. It's got a lot of bark and whatnot, but some of that's too big for starting seeds with. So there's what's left over. And what I figured out is if I do too much of this at once, the bark will clog the holes. And it takes a lot more effort than doing it in small batches. So this is what we got left. I mean, I think it would be fine to use it just like it is, but I happen to have some vermiculite and perlite, so I'll put that in. Last time I used soil out of this bag, I took my water hose and kind of sprayed a little in there so that it would be damp, moist, and ready for me the next time I need it. But this is, so I'm going to start my seeds in. Alright, here's something else that I do. Whenever I plant the seeds, you need to remember what variety they are. I always think I'll remember, never do. So a couple of years ago I started using cups, and I'll show you what I did. And these are just to make labeling tags. These are just disposable cups. So now you got a flat sheet, and I just cut strips out. Just about like that. And then what I've got is something that I can write on and then stick down into the pot. So I won't make you watch any more of that, but this is how I'm going to label my plants. Got my pots and my trays, got my labels. I think I got everything to do here. And for anybody who doesn't start their own seeds, this is a just one packet that I probably paid less than $2 for, that I've been using for 3 or 4 years now, because it just takes a couple of jalapeno plants to grow all that we'll eat. But here's how I start off. On the label, I'm going to write today's date and the variety that I'm planting. And I reuse trays year to year and pots year to year. But 4 will be more than we'll need for my family. And for these, germination is usually pretty good, and looks like I've got another 2 or 3 years in there. All I'm going to do is poke a little hole with my finger. These don't have to be terribly deep. I'm dropping 2 seeds in in every hole. That's it. So I don't know if you can see that. I hope so. 2 seeds in every hole. And now I'm just going to sort of lightly cover them. In fact, I may not even hit. I'm just going to do that. Just sort of lightly cover them. The most important thing is to put the label in so you remember what's in that pot. So there's jalapenos done. It's a new variety, and this will be several years of bell peppers for me. Again, 4, even 2 plants would be enough for my family. And this one has still got the price sticker on it. It's $1.37, and that'll be several years worth of seeds. Let's do the same thing, starting off with a label. And a pot, again, been used at least once or twice before. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put 2 seeds in every hole. I'm not putting these deep. These will be, less than a 1/4 inch under the dirt. I'm just going to kind of pinch the dirt over. There's a piece of bark that's covering those seeds. And then the label. Got some eggplant here, which I've never grown before. Don't even know if I'm going to like it, but I'm going to try it and see. I guess until just now I didn't even know what an eggplant seed looked like. Looks a lot like a pepper seed. I don't see a germination rate on here, so I think I'm going to be on the safe side. I'm going to drop 3 into each hole just to know how these are going to be. Got a couple of different varieties. This is a Brandywine pink tomato. I grew it last year, but I didn't like it, so I think I'm going to toss that. I'm not going to grow those anymore. This is just a cherry tomato, and I only need 2 of these plants. My girls like to eat them. They're fun, but I'm not going to can them. I'm not going to cook with them. I guess I only need 2. I'm going to plant 4 just so that everything in this pot is the same. This packet of seed is also several years old. And there's still a lot in here. I'm just going to drop a couple of seeds in each hole. These are something new. This is, I guess, opalika. It's a tomato. This is supposed to be a paste tomato, which I've never grown, but we made tomato sauce last year. And even though we made a lot more than I thought we would use, we used it all up in like 2 months. So I think I'm going to do, I don't have, my garden is not huge, so I don't have space for 200 tomato plants, but I think I'm going to do, I think I'll do 3 trays of these. That'd be 12 plants. I may not use all of those. I may not have room, but I can always give them away, throw them away, or whatever. This packet is from Seed Savers Exchange. First time I ordered from them, and I really like it. It's a heavy foil packet and has a little zip lock top to keep the seeds fresh. And I keep my seeds in the freezer, so as soon as I'm done planting here, these will go right into the freezer. I actually did this about a month earlier than this last year, so it's the middle of February now. This may still be a little early, but it was a pretty day today, and had to do something. So this is Better Boy. We're gonna use this to eat fresh. And I think 4 plants will be more than what we'll need for fresh eating. So that's all I'm going to do is 4. Now, I used to try to leave these trays together and handle a whole big packet of them. But they're so much easier to handle one little packet at a time. And there's nothing magic about this size. It's just what a feed and seed store here in my town had. And this came from Harris Seeds. They've got they have the same as the Seed Savers Exchange. It's a really heavy foil bag with a zip top to keep the seeds. I guess these are coated in something. I don't know what that is. Looks like I don't know if you can see that. Looks like silver spray paint on those seeds. Alright, I think that's all that it is time to for me to go ahead and do right now, except I do want to do some tobacco. I've never grown tobacco, but I got some seeds from someone on a forum that I'm on. I picked this is where someone mailed me the tobacco seeds. I picked this envelope up out of my packet of seeds, and I felt it, and it was so flat I thought, well, they're not in there, they're in the bottom of the bag. Took the whole bag, took all the seeds out, looked through it about 3 times, and I finally decided, well, I'll look in the envelope. And I looked in the envelope, and sure enough, there they are. If you've never seen tobacco seeds, they are super, super tiny. Just went and watched a quick YouTube video on how to sow these. I don't have any idea how lucky I'll be with the germination. I don't smoke, I don't dip. I think it would be neat to grow them. But a few of the videos talked about the way to sow them is to sprinkle some out on a flat surface, like so. Probably should not have used a styrofoam plate. The static electricity is already causing them to jump around. So I'm going to do just a few trays here of, see, I got 4 spaces left, so I might as well do 4. On the YouTube videos, and this might be better not out in the wind as well, they took their finger and they stuck it to the seeds, and there's probably easily a dozen stuck to my finger, and they just kind of sprinkled them around on the soil. So that's what I'm going to do here. This stuff is quite a bit smaller than black pepper. And I've never done this, never grown tobacco, but I guess there's the downside. Is I think I did that one, but I can't quite be sure because I certainly can't see it. Well, yeah, I think I actually do see it. I've got a few left here, so I don't think I'm ever going to get them back in the bag, so I'm going to sort of just sprinkle them around. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do today. When I take these inside, I'll spray them, I'll mist them, and then I'll put water in the bottom of the tray and put them under some lights. And I'll turn the lights on as soon as they start to germinate. And I'll show you, I've already got a few things in there growing, some stuff for the early spring garden. So we'll go in there and take a look at that now. Alright, there's the finished results under my light. And I'm adding some water here to water from the bottom. Over here I've got some onions already growing. Probably more trouble than it's worth doing them in a individual cells like that, but I'm going to give it a shot. And then right here below us, we got some other lettuce and some spinach, some cabbage, a couple kinds of lettuces, some Brussels sprouts, some broccoli. This is all stuff that the winter has already killed off here in Georgia, but only got like a month where it's just too cold for it, and then we'll be able to get back out and plant it again. And then right over here, No, these are excellent camera skills. This is over these last little pots. These are ghost peppers, and I actually sowed these a month ago tomorrow. So they take a really long time to germinate and come up, and then they're pretty slow to grow. But anyway, that's what I've got. What I got growing so far. There is actually, I forgot about it. There is one more thing right over here in the windowsill. This looks like a science project, but it's really not. It's really sweet potatoes, and I'll actually plant the slips that come up off the top. In fact, let's see if I can get the light, get this to focus. Yeah, so you can see starting to grow slips off of this sweet potato, and then starting to grow some roots on the bottom. So hopefully by the time warm weather gets here, I'll have plenty of sweet potato slips. Forgot about those. Also in the here in some light and in the window and down here, I've got potatoes sitting out, seed potatoes, to make eyes, and it's time to plant those now. So hopefully next weekend I'll have those in the ground.